Yo, what is going on, growmies? Hope y'all are doing well, growing well. Now, growmies, welcome back to the legendary 2x2 auto grow of Mephisto versus Nightowl. And it's episode 6 since the start of this series, all the way back on January 7th. It has now been just over 60 days. In this time, we can see how rapidly the plants have gone through their various life cycles. When we first started this grow, the goal was to have 4 small autos, perfectly grown in each spot of their tent. And around day 20, we definitely got insight on how large each auto will be based on the veg size. As we can see, purple microverse grew absolutely amazing out of the gate and has now damn near taken over this 2x2. This plant got a perfect grape veg start compared to the other seeds, but every seed is planted in pretty much the same exact medium. There is a slight difference in batches between the soils, but other than that, all these plants have been subjected to the same exact environment, and each plant has reacted completely differently. Although purple microverse is growing exceptionally, showing many flowering sites, we can see that not every plant is exceptional in its own condition. But is it the genetics, or is it the environment? Historically, purple microverse has always grown true, being a consistent cultivar. This plant is an easygoing, reliable seed the past 2 times I've grown it, and the 3rd seed has reacted in the same exact way. However, speaking about genetics, Mephisto Sauerkraut has been having some issues, especially with herms, or even full-on males. The first time that I grew this strain, it ended up micro-seeding itself, which really knocked most of the score off of it, being completely unenjoyable to smoke. This genetic is known to have major issues, which is why Mephisto seized the genetics as soon as possible off their website. Since then, basically it's been like 2 to 3 years since there's been a legit sauerkraut drop. In our case of growing in the 2x2, we did get the infamous nanner pollen sacs in early veg, but luckily I plucked them off before flower and they haven't come back, at least what I can see. I would say so far, sauerkraut is growing okay, but definitely needs a lot more time to fill in those buds. And you growmies let me know what you think, but personally I don't think the flowers are looking that promising. In veg, this plant definitely had a lot more promise, but we're growing for flowers, not leaves. And speaking of another genetic that I decided to take a risk on, it's from Nightowl, and it's the ultimate controversial cracked star spangled banner 3. This plant grew the complete opposite of bushy. Instead of being a big, beautiful, luscious cream bush like its purple microverse sister, this plant decided to just be a stick. However, although just a stick, this little auto knew it was being clowned on by the community and decided to change its ways. How did it change its ways? Well, it decided to pack on some serious weight. For some reason, this plant was triggered into flowering very early, either by genetic disposition or by potential environmental stressors. But as it got deeper and deeper into flower, it stayed true and packed on the weight. Star Spangled Banner 3 is a classic example of a measly looking auto in veg, somehow turning out fire in the end. I will say many times, the worst looking autos in veg, for some reason, produce the best flowers in the end. Since these Star Spangled Banner 3 flowers are chonkers, I gotta say I'm pretty damn impressed. I was definitely not expecting the little stick plant to grow like 10 times its size and really be a contender in the tent. Anyways, enough of Mephisto Sauerkraut, enough of Nightowl purple microverse and cracked Star Spangled Banner 3. Now it's time to talk about the fattest, chonkiest girl, Black Hole Haze. Black Hole Haze is bred by my boy Rince's Reserve, and I told Rince right off the bat that when I'm testing his genetics, I'm gonna be honest with them because that's what he deserves. At first, Black Hole Haze was the runt of the pack, literally almost being completely overshadowed by the other plants. But when given its space and time, Black Hole Haze has grown the fattest, biggest nugs in my entire career. I'll say it again, these little autos for some reason just like to produce the best flowers. I don't get it. Anyways, not only has this plant produced again the largest flowers of my life, but it smells fantastic. If we look into the lineage, we can see that in the parentage, pineapple sunrise is a genetic donor. And damn, this plant smells like a green apple and a pineapple had a baby. Honestly, you know growmies, I don't hype shit up unless I'm hyped. And I gotta say, I'm looking forward to the day I get to try this black hole haze. But yeah, growmies, this is the auto 10 of Mephisto versus Nightowl. And honestly, we got the underdog Rince's Reserve, really trying to swoop in and claim the top spot for this grow. If you guys enjoy the 2x2 auto videos, don't worry, the next episode will be out in about a week or so. So be sure to check back. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment. If you haven't seen my other grow/smoke reports, check them out. Keep it up out there, growmies, and stay motivated in this beautiful medicinal hobby. #GrowMe Gang.